Hello, and thank you for watching Direct Systems tutorials. Today, we're going to be going over billing codes. In your Accounts Receivable Manager module, in order to either edit or create a billing code, you would go to File, Billing Code Table, and that brings up this window. And then you can either insert to create a new one or highlight the one you're looking to change and click on Edit. The only difference is that after you create a new one, you would enter the billing code and the code type, and they are not editable in the future. Then you would go in and enter all the rest of the information. We'll go through what each of these things do. Obviously, the description is the name of the billing code to make it easy to figure out what you're wanting to put onto an invoice. The next code field is where you would put the billing code of the billing code that you want to pop up after you've entered this one. So when you're on an invoice and you've entered this particular billing code and it's done its thing, you click Save, this field will cause S1 to pop up as your next billing code so you don't forget it, or the person who's entering all of the information doesn't forget it. They can be set up with a calculation type, or they could just be a flat amount. When that's chosen, then it is just a matter of entering a flat amount in the particular billing code on the invoice. This one is set up with a rate schedule. Rate schedules can be created under File and Rate Schedules. And from there, it's the very familiar insert to add new ones or edit to edit existing ones. And even though they take a little bit of time to set up, they're very worth it because you can have, I'm sure you will understand that a rate schedule is much easier to use than having to put in and figure it out and enter information manually. If you didn't use a rate schedule, then, or if the rate schedule didn't account for something, then you can have a rate entered here. The units description and the gross description are just however you want to name the description of the fields. The gross basis can be set up, in this case, it's set to undiscounted line haul. You can have any of these choices here set up. It will literally go to the billing weight of the shipment and pull that information through to then calculate on. Or in this case, it's undiscounted line haul, or any of these fields. It will find that field on the shipment and pull that information through to your invoice automatically. So that's very handy. And then the rate description is just if it's a percentage, and the next field indicates that that is because it's a divisor of 100, which actually works as a percentage in this. Then you can enter that there because it may be that you're actually not using percentages. You may be calculating it differently. And then, of course, you've got the GL number that you want this to be attributed to. If this were a commission billing code, for instance, S1 is a commission billing code. As a matter of fact, let's just go to S1 and we'll see what that one looks like. So I don't want to make any changes, so I'm just canceling, and we're just going to find billing code S1. And as you can see, this is set to commission, and because it's commission, the bottom right is now able to be entered. Before it was grayed out. And so from here, you would still fill in all of the information to get your calculations the way that you want them working and set your GL number for that particular GL that you need it to hit. Then you can choose use for commission the gross basis, the net basis, or the previous gross amount, the previous billing code. And then use for agent. In this case, it's set to sales agent, but you can use booker, agent, driver, any of these as the way that it's set up, because you might have different GL codes for different billing codes. And then the commission type, earnings or miscellaneous. And then you can either tick to add this to gross sales or untick so that it's not adding to the gross sales. If you were, and this I should have mentioned on the other one, on the when we're on the other window, because usually you wouldn't have a commission attributed to an asset, which is why it's grayed out. But this was not grayed out in the last one because if you wanted that revenue to be posted to an asset because you're using the job profitability module, then this is where you would be able to set it to always post this particular billing code to that particular asset. So, and I hope that's all handy today and helpful for you. The one other thing I wanted to mention is that once you've got all your billing codes set up so that they link the way that you want them to and they're calculating the way that you want them to, you can then use billing code profiles. And you would go to File, Build Charges Profiles, and Billing Code Profiles from there for individual customers so that you can use particular specific billing setups for different customers. It makes it much easier, and it also makes it less confusing for people who might be new to learning your system. That will be in a separate video though. And I hope that's been helpful today. And if you have any suggestions for videos, please do get in touch and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.